Hey there guys, so today we have another review and this is Trillium's Mettle Double IPA. I'll actually be starting off with a story, so if you want to skip to the review, please do. So Trillium, this is their first anniversary beer actually. Their second anniversary was Uppercase Double IPA. And they're actually a couple of weeks away from their third anniversary. Actually, I don't think they've actually announced what they're doing for that. But this is a beer brewed for their first anniversary. And it made me think about the first time I visited the brewery, which was about, I want to say 2.5 years ago. So the brewery was only about 9 months open. And I remember actually visiting the brewery, being blown away by their beers, and actually getting a growler fill and offering to bring it to bottle share with some friends. And they just said, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it, just bring something else. Because obviously they just hadn't heard of Trillium, what is Trillium? And it's crazy now, like considering them now, they have like a double-digit number of beers in the Beer Advocate Top 250. If you offered to bring, a growler fill of Trillium to a bottle share, people wouldn't hesitate to say yes. It's just crazy how much hype they've gotten, their name recognition. They've really grown to be one of the top breweries in the world, at least for hoppy beers, at worst for hoppy beers. And so yeah, Trillium, awesome stuff. This is their first anniversary beer. This is a double IPA, swinging in at 8.4%, double dry hopped with Amarillo and Citra. So yeah, let's dig in. So it's cool, actually, they're like rebrewing a beer that was their first anniversary. I assume some people would miss that beer, so cool to see that they keep it in rotation. So the beer, wow, a little darker than expected. Haze for days, extremely hazy. Looks like grapefruit juice, but this is probably like a pale amber color, a deep gold to pale amber color, really vibrant and extremely hazy, very familiar kind of treehouse color, but not as bright as I expected. Big fluffy head on that. Let's get the aroma on this. Ooh. Always cool to see their tasting notes. They say peach and nectarine. I'm not getting as much stone fruit as they are. Yeah, I'm getting more like dank, earthy, really dank, like resiny. But surrounded by a little bit of fruitiness, so I can see a little bit of peach action in here. Definitely a little bit of like citrus peel, dried orange peel, that kind of thing. Yeah, definitely a concentrated, dried citrus peel, a little bit of like that juicy orange, a little tangerine, just concentrate of citrus peel. Definitely the surrounding dank, resiny thing. A little bit of like a sweet, like a leaning towards toasty, kind of malt kind of thing. A little bit of sweet breadiness. Cheers. Ooh, reasonably different on the palate, yeah. Shifts around. Really nice, wow. Creamy mouthfeel. I'm at 8.4. A brewery like Trillium, you're gonna hit that insane mouthfeel. This beer is chewy and creamy for days, wow. Start off on the website, they say grape juice, candied citrus, white wine, grass. There's a little bit of this grape juice, white wine kind of thing going on. Up front, you get a little bit of sweet white grape juice. The beer is a little sweet, and it is a dry finish, but the flavors up front are a little sweet for me to call it kind of white wine quality. On the aftertaste, I can maybe get some white wine. Candied citrus, I was definitely smelling that on the aroma. On the palate, I can get that too. There's definitely a candied kind of thing going on here. A little bit like a dried mango, candied citrus peel. You get tangerine. There's overlying theme of, yeah, I could see that grassiness that they're talking about, but it also follows what I was getting on the nose. This kind of like dank thing, a little bit of resiny qualities, a little bit of like green resin kind of thing, dragging on at the palate midway through, lingers. Get a little bit of a bitterness on the back end. They say it's a mellow bitterness with a dry finish. Doesn't cloy too much, so yeah, I would say it's a little pullback of the bitterness, but it's still quite there. It's a medium bitterness, and it's nice and dry in the finish. Dries out very nicely for 8.4% double IPA. But yeah, nice stuff. It has this burst of sweetness up front. It's not as crackery and doughy as some of the other New England beers. It does have a little bit of burst of sweetness, balances the beer quite nicely. Therefore, you get this kind of candied citrus, tropical kind of thing going on, dried mango, as I was saying. A little bit of that kind of like sweet grape juice kind of thing going on, but then you get transitioned again onto that grassiness, a little bit earthiness, dank resin on the finish, nice and creamy mouthfeel for days. Nice and juicy up front. Yeah, that sweetness up front really makes a beer, you know, quite juicy. Really nice. But it does have a little harsh quality on the back, you know. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Grim beers. You know, you get a little bit of that kind of like a soft sweetness up front, and then a little bit of like bitterness and drying on the finish. This one has that kind of similar quality. So just a you know, recent memory of beer. But as for rating, fantastic stuff. Wow. Let's go with a. I'm really enjoying this one. 98. I'm gonna go to 98 on this one. 98. I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm really liking that sweet juiciness up front. You know, I didn't expect it like that. Sometimes I like my, you know, double IPA is really dry, but then with the hops offering the juiciness, a little bit of that maltiness up front. Really nice. Really pumps up the beer and gives it a little bit more fruity qualities going on. So enjoying this very much. Mettle, first anniversary double IPA. Can't wait to see what Trillium has to offer for their third anniversary. Really pumped for that brewery. They're going to do amazing stuff. So until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know what you think about Mettle or any of their anniversaries. If you have anything to say about their upcoming anniversary. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.